Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Herman. Herman developed from an Old Germanic name Hariman, from the elements Hari meaning army and man meaning man. Interestingly, in Old English the equivalent of Hari was here, which more or less meant crowd of people and was used to describe the Viking invaders. It was the Norman French who would introduce the masculine personal name Herman to the English after the Conquest of 1066. It was used with some regularity in the Middle Ages, but eventually vanished before being revived again in the 19th century. Not surprisingly, names derived from the Old Germanic and Norse languages were created from warlike elements such as spear, brave, warrior, and army. These were meandering tribes who were constantly defending their territories or invading new ones. Many such ancient names have survived for ages, such as Herman. In France, they use Armand, Armawn, while the Italians, Portuguese, and Spanish say Armando. The medieval Latin word for armed forces was armada. See the connection? While Armand and Armando remain in circulation, Herman is rarely used today among English speakers. It is, however, a popular name in Norway. Personality of the boy named Herman. The number 5 personality loves the excitement of life and can easily adapt to all situations. As natural adventurers, these personalities thrive on the new and unexpected and prefer to be in constant motion. It makes them feel alive. They'll stir up some action if there's not enough around, and as inherent risk takers, they enjoy pushing the envelope. Naturally rebellious, the 5 personality has no fear and never resists change. Traveling and new experiences feed their souls. 5s are very social and attract friends with ease. People love to be around the 5 fun-loving and exciting energy. This is also a lucky number in numerology, like the 3s, so fortune seems to shine on them, helped along by their own optimism and good nature. 5s have a quick wit, a cerebral mind, and are generally very persuasive. Popularity of the boy named Herman. Herman was once a highly fashionable baby boy's name in America. However, the same cannot be said today. We know this name dates back to at least the early 19th century as evidenced by Herman Melville, 1819 to 1891, author of the American classic Moby Dick. By the end of the 19th century, Herman was a top 50 name choice nationwide. In fact, it wasn't until 1936 that Old Herman would finally fall off America's top 100 list. From that point on, the name would slowly drop in popularity as the 20th century wore on. By the 1990s, Herman became ultra-passé as the name took a nosedive in usage. The very last year of the century, i.e., 1999, marks the last time Herman could claim top 1,000 status in the country. In other words, the 21st century has definitely not welcomed Herman to its panoply of names. Outdated, old maniche and clearly out of style, American parents are now turning to Armando instead. Quick facts on Herman. Gender, boy. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Hurman. Simple meaning, army man. Characteristics of Herman. Adventurous, intellectual, progressive, freedom-loving, adaptable, easygoing, sensual. Cultural references to the baby name, Herman. Famous people named Herman. Herman Melville, American author, Hermann G. with tilde ring, notorious member of the Nazi Party. Herman Woke, American author, Hermann Hesse, German/Swiss author. Historic figures with the name Herman. Herman Melville was the writer of one of the most renowned of classic American novels, Moby Dick, published in 1851. He wrote several other books and collections of poetry, including Typee, Omoo, and Billy Budd, but it is largely upon the story of the great whale that his estimable reputation rests. Ironically, Herman Melville, while initially a popular novelist, fell out of favor with the public by the 1850s, and it was not until the 1920s that his works were revived and reappreciated. Melville struggled with financial issues for most of his life. For instance, his entire earnings from Moby Dick amounted to a little over 00. He also was never really settled in his mind as to whether or not there was an afterlife, but if there is one, and he is in it, he must be dancing a jig.